So this is a little bit outside of my traditional way of giving a message, but I wanted to share with you guys an idea that came across my mind earlier today. I thought this was pretty neat. One thing that I would say to anyone who asks me concerning what should I focus on going into 2026, I would say do not be unequally yoked. Do not be unequally yoked. That's unequally yoked looks like this. This is what being unequally yoked looks like. Unequally yoked looks like this. Praying for people, right? Pouring into others. Always having something to give. Pouring. Your prayer time, your faith, your support, your energy. Pouring. And this is what you're doing. You're pouring constantly. And then you're empty. So when you're empty, this is what being unequally yoked looks like. When you need your brother, your sister, your mentor, your friend, whatever the case may be, to pour into you, this is all they have. This is all they have. This is what happens when you are unequally yoked. That you pour everything that you have into others, and yet there's nothing left to be poured into you. Nothing. And so 2 Corinthians chapter 6 says, do not be unequally yoked with non-believers. Non-believers in the sense when we're talking on a broader scale, non-believers who don't believe in praying for you when you're weak. Being unequally yoked means that, according to 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, that being unequally yoked even in righteousness, doing for you when you are at your lowest, when you are at your weakest, and not even necessarily needing anything materialistic, but just needing that prayer, needing that support, needing that compassion, needing that understanding. And so when you are unequally yoked, you find yourself being just like this. You pour everything that you have into something else, someone else. It could be a mentor, it could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a brother or a sister, whatever the case may be. And then the only thing that's left to be poured into you is this. And sometimes there are moments in our lives that we've had to deal with in this year where even the little that someone else had, they wouldn't even pour that into you. That wasn't even being poured into you. But this is what being equally yoked looks like. That when you are connected with believers who know how to pray with others and be poured into, that knows what righteousness means, that knows what it means to be there when you are at your lowest, to know what it means to be there with someone when they have a broken spirit. They know what it means. They have enough to pour into you with prayer. They have enough to pour into you of righteousness. They have enough to pour into you to cover you. They have enough to pour into you when you feel lonely. They have enough to pour into you when you feel abandoned and your spirit is broken. They have enough to pour into you when you feel doubtful and you feel like God isn't hearing your prayers. They know how to pour words of encouragement, of faith, and how to uplift you and to keep you in a place so that you can be stable in your faith and continue on the journey. This is what it looks like when you are equally yoked with someone. And then you yourself know how to pour back into that person prayer. You know how to pour faith. You know how to pour righteousness. You know how to pour belief. That's what it means to be equally yoked. That you believe in the same kind of prayers that your mentor believes in, the same kind of prayers and faith that your brother believes in, the same kind of faith that your friends believe in, the people you are connected with that support you. You all share in the same kind of faith because you are equally yoked and you know how to walk together in that level of faith. That's what it means to be equally yoked. So going into, enough with the analogies, this isn't even my thing, I don't do this. But I thought this was cool to share. Going into 2026, and even further than that, find people you can be equally yoked with. Find believers that you can be equally yoked with. People who know how to pray, people who know how to comfort you in times of loneliness, people that know how to have your back when you feel like your spirit is broken. Being connected with people that you are equally yoked with in faith, it gives you the strength to endure on your journey. It gives you the courage to keep going no matter what. It gives you the insight to push past your weakest moments because they have the same type of connection to God that you do. The Bible says it like this, that when one is down, how can he lift himself up? Two are greater than one. Two are greater than one. Because when that person is down, there's somebody there to pick them up. So my word for you going into the new year is be sure and be disciplined. That's the key. Disciplined to be connected to people that you are equally yoked to. Be disciplined. Key word, be disciplined in that. Because it is only temptation that causes us to follow the desires of our flesh. It is only temptation that causes us to chase things and to chase potential. Chasing potential that ultimately leads us to disappointment. Ultimately, it does. Find people you can be equally yoked with. And also find people that know how to pour into you. Even if you don't have anything to pour back at the moment. Find people that can pour into you because you are starting a new life. You are letting go of some old things. And you want to be connected to people that you can be equally yoked with. Because you know for yourself that when you see somebody else down, when you see somebody else that needs prayer, when you see somebody else that is in need of being lifted up, you know that you pour that same type of energy. You complement with your spirit the same type of energy that it takes to pray and to be there and to show levels of righteousness to somebody else that you want for yourself, and you know that that's God's will because it's biblical. Don't be unequally yoked. So, I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. And I pray that the Lord's will be done on earth in your life as it is in heaven. God bless. Talk to you in the new year.